Hello everybody, the time has arrived for the 29th annual Winthrop Athletics Eagle Club auction. That's right, we've been doing this thing for 29 years, and as we all know, COVID-19 popped up and threatened this year's event. We were going to do it out at the track on May 30th, but our team pulled together. We found a way to do this thing virtually. So we're coming to you live from the Winthrop Coliseum. We're so excited for each and every one of you to be here. I'm excited you guys have joined us. And first and foremost, we cannot thank you enough for the part you've continued to do to support our student athletes. I would be remiss if I did not thank our wonderful sponsor, Comporium. You guys continue to be amazing in everything you do to support us. And so now we're going to go live. We've got Dave Friedman and Mike Pacheco ready to give us an exciting evening. We've got a collection of student athletes and coaches who are all excited to share a message with you. And so with all that being said, let's head inside. Let's enjoy this night at the Nest together, shall we? Let's do it.
And good evening from the Winthrop Coliseum in Rock Hill, South Carolina. I'm Dave Friedman, Mike Pacheco. We haven't been here since the Big South Championship game.
Yeah, very momentous the last time we were here with the Eagles, really one of the early teams and only teams into the big dance, the NCAA tournament that was here on this floor, and that it seems like yesterday, sometimes it seems like it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, it has been a long couple of months. It's great to be back, and we want to thank everyone who's joining us tonight. Obviously, this is not the way you want the auction to have to take place, but we're glad that we can still put together an event.
Well, and just because of COVID doesn't mean the need goes away. And in some cases, maybe this is even more important than in past years. And your help tonight, the funds that we raise tonight, the funds that you donate, will go directly to scholarships, and that will help student athletes fulfill their dream. And maybe, hopefully, we hope, and most times it does, it leads to them getting into their passion after their collegiate careers. So that's what we're here to do tonight.
It is a very exciting night because of the funds that are raised for a great cause, the scholarship athletes at Winthrop University. But it's also a great night because you, the fan, you, the supporter, have an opportunity to come away with a lot of great stuff.
Well, let's face it. I mean, everybody's been pent up. Now you can kind of open up the purse strings a little bit. You can do a little bit of shopping, and we have so many great items. We're going to go through about 6 waves. There's over 300 items, I think, that people can bid on. We have masks that will give you some information on that. Some, especially Eagle-themed masks are $12. And don't forget, Dave, this is really neat. We have the Drawdown, the raffle. So for $50, you can get a chance to win part of that money.
Everything is available at eagleclub.givesmart.com. You can text GIVE20 to 76278 to make a $20 donation. And obviously, we encourage you to look very closely at all of the items available tonight, because throughout our time here at Winthrop, Mike, the Eagle Club is really what makes it happen. It's what makes it possible.
Well, and don't forget, I mean, the suggestion is $20, but you have different dollar amounts that you can donate to as well. But this runs the gamut. If you like golf, we've got you covered. If you like Winthrop gear, we've got you covered. You want to go to Myrtle Beach? You want to sleep in a caboose? You want to get some championship apparel. You want to get there's some game-worn jerseys. There's a very historic net that's going to be involved in this. There's a Napa Valley excursion. So this is really a lot of fun. And if you've been watching social media, and you can check out Winthrop social channels for a lot of the previews on stuff like that. Dave mentioned eagleclub.givesmart.com, but there's also a really cool football helmet that's really, it looks like the authentic, if we had football, that's what it would look like, but that's a good auction item too.
The other thing that we have available is experiences. It's one thing to come to a game, to watch the live stream of a game, to support your Eagles, to wear the school colors. It's another thing to be able to go to a preseason kickoff event with the basketball coach and the team. It's another thing to see how you and I prepare for a broadcast, or to have dinner with the track and field coach. George?
Well, the great thing about this auction is it allows you through the Eagle Club, and we encourage you to join the Eagle Club if you're not a member of the Eagle Club, and we'll give you that information throughout the broadcast as well. But it really is the experience. It's becoming part of the Winthrop family, and once people get involved, once they walk in the doors, they really enjoy their time being a part of the Eagles.
Alyssa Sconzo is with us tonight. She's going to give us a little update as to how things will work.
Thanks, guys. I'm now joined by Erin Harwood, our Stewardship and Events Coordinator. Can you tell everyone watching at home what the auction format's going to be like?
Absolutely. So all of our items are live right now for bidding. Tonight, our premium items will be going in 6 different waves, 4 items in each wave. So pay close attention to when those items will be closing. Our first item wave will be closing at 7:50, and the rest of our item waves will be closing in 10-minute increments throughout the broadcast. Don't forget your 1 and 250 shot, $50 a piece, to join in on the Drawdown raffle that will be closing at 8:30. So don't miss your shot.
Thank you so much, Erin. Now a message from our presenting sponsor, Comporium.
Hi, I'm Sean Barnes, Vice President of Corporate Communications for Comporium. I, along with the rest of the Comporium family, am very excited about being this year's presenting sponsor of the Winthrop Eagle Club Scholarship Auction. While tonight's event may look and feel a little different than it has in years past, it's still going to be a very exciting evening. More importantly, it still serves the same purpose, and that's providing for Winthrop's 300-plus student athletes. During these times when we're having to think outside of the box, it's important to remember and to seize the opportunities that we have to step up and support our community. So while we may not be able to come together this evening, we can still have a great time and we can still support the Winthrop Eagles. So have fun browsing, best of luck on your bids, and go Eagles.
Comporium is a tremendous partner of Winthrop University. We appreciate everything they do, including their sponsorship of tonight's event, A Night at the Nest. Without further ado, it's time to look at some of the things you can bid on. And our first wave of items ends at 7:50 p.m., presented by our friends at Williams & Fudge. And Mike, the highlighted item is a terrific getaway to the Georgia coast.
St. Simon's Island, Dave. It's the largest barrier island in the Golden Isles. This is a condo donated by the Ulrich family, 5-day, 4-night stay in a condo that sleeps 8. Now, this is perfect for the entire family, and it includes a rent-a-car from Best Car Rental. So if you don't want to use your car, this is a great opportunity to do that. Maybe get into a little bit of Mustang, but you can work that out with our good friends from Best Car Rental. Island Villages are charming here, Dave, and they feature a unique selection of shops. You have breathtaking beaches, fascinating museums, and if you like golf, they got great golf courses there, including the Sea Palms Golf Club, which is, they host one of the PGA Tour events.
We can all debate our favorite of the Golden Isles, Sea Island, Jekyll Island, Little St. Simon's Island, but this St. Simon's Island package is a tremendous place to go. I know, because when my wife goes away with her friends, she goes without me there, so it must be really good. Also in this wave, several items closer by that are really impactful.
Well, especially if you want to stay nearby, right? Rocky Creek Sporting Clays, 4 rounds, golf cart included, so that's a fun little getaway, local getaway. Another great opportunity here, the Blue Ridge Mountain Vacation, 4-night stay, Lakeview Knoll House in Black Mountain. This one sleeps 12, so you can maybe extend the family, maybe get 2 families together, or just a big group of friends. Now, this is 15 miles east of Asheville, Dave, so you have a lake view, you have walk to the local breweries and restaurants, swimming pool, and TripAdvisor calls Black Mountain the prettiest small-town vacation in America.
And the Come See Me Festival, it's one of the great events in Rock Hill every year. The fireworks is the culmination of that event. It's hard to get in and out. It's tough to jockey for a perfect position. A private event in the old stone house. It doesn't get any better than that. EagleClub.GiveSmart.com. Now let's look at some of the great moments from the Winthrop season.
And what a year it has been for Winthrop Athletics. It was great to see some of the highlights there, Dave. We're going to go from highlights to maybe some new lights, because we have our next wave coming up here. This is our second wave. Now remember, wave 1 ends at 7:50. Wave 2, the bidding will end at 8 o'clock. Also, we have the Drawdown raffle. $50 gets you a shot at $2,500, and you can purchase that along with any of the items you want to bid on, eagleclub.givesmart.com. And our featured item here in Wave 2, Dave, the VIP Courtside Club Experience.
Yeah, Wave 2 brought to you by Rock Hill Coca-Cola and Hospitality Heating and Air Conditioning. It's a matter of how you want to watch a game. You and I have been lucky. We get to sit courtside where you can feel the emotions, you can hear the sneakers, you're almost on the court. Well, we don't get to eat Wagyu beef and grilled shrimp and lamb burgers, kick back a couple and really fully get into it. That is the Courtside Club Experience. And this brought to you by Winthrop Athletics and Sodexo Dining. You bring all your friends, you just have a good old time, you drink, you eat, you hoot, you holler, you're watching the game, and usually Winthrop wins at home, so it's a good time.
Well, there's nowhere else in Winthrop Coliseum where you can be with 15 of your friends with your own bartender. You mentioned all the great items you can get to eat. This is really perfect for entertaining friends or clients or maybe some family members. The most unique view we have here at Winthrop Coliseum. Our next featured item, the Eagles Celebrate painting by Tim Elmers. This is really a neat story because Tim actually went to Winthrop. And Dave, this is a one-of-a-kind painting that features one of the best celebrations you can have in baseball.
There are iconic moments in sports, and you see posters of them or you read articles about them. This is the one-of-a-kind replica of what the celebration was like when the baseball team walked off Charleston Southern 2 years ago. Hunter Lipscomb, the game-winning knock that scored Scout McFalls, and you can see the emotion on the players' faces, and it's one of one. There are no other pictures like this in the world.
It's 40 inches by 24 inches, Dave. It's on gallery wrap canvas, really pops. It looks going to look great in your home, and you mentioned it being one of a kind. A lot of times when you see artwork, sometimes there's in pictures, photos, sometimes there's 3 of 17 or 1 of 100. This is one of one. You are going to be the only person in the world that has this painting. And if you love baseball, if you love Winthrop baseball, I think this is a great opportunity for you. Now, another great opportunity to tie in with one of sports here at Winthrop University is the all-inclusive tailgate for a soccer game at Eagle Field.
A beer garden is what you're supposed to have at a soccer match, at a football match. And this is you and your buddies getting together, burgers, dogs, brews, watching the soccer team play. Can't imagine anything better than that. And you know what would be kind of a good addition to that? The Coors Light Party Pack.
This, Dave, is something I think you and I might be bidding on as well. So if you're out there at home, get your bids going, because this is a Coors Light branded Yeti Tundra 45 cooler. Dave was kind of loosely aware of the Yeti coolers. He did some research on this. I have one at home, not this one. This is a bigger one than the one I have. But the Yeti cooler is outstanding. And this comes with Coors Light, crisp, cold, refreshing Coors Light. And that's not all. It also has the Coors Light umbrella. So this party pack, Dave, really has a lot of unique features and some really cool items along as well. Now, we would like to remind folks, eagleclub.givesmart.com is how you can get involved. If you want to donate just directly to scholarships, you can text GIVE20 to 76278 to donate $20. Now, there is an option to use different dollar amounts, so if you want to give more, we encourage you to do that as well.
The Yeti Tundra is insulated, UV resistant, indestructible. It's a tailgate must. I mean, I've got my phone out here. We're logged in. It took maybe 2 minutes to register at eagleclub.givesmart.com. And if we have to talk about this item anymore, I am going to try to buy it.
Well, you know why you need to buy it? I'll tell you exactly why. Because, when Dave and I go on the road with the men's basketball team, a lot of times we're driving by ourselves. This cooler would be fantastic for us to pack snacks and some drinks because, sometimes we go, 4 and 5 hours away. So that's pretty interesting. But let's recap what we have in this wave, because I think the VIP Courtside Experience is maybe one of the most unique items in the bid, Dave, because it's a new feature here at Winthrop Coliseum, and you basically have your own section. There's 15 people that you can bring along with you, and the food that you talk about, you have your own dedicated bartender. You don't have that anywhere else in Winthrop Coliseum. So just think about that. You're across from the visitors bench, so you get maybe a little bit of a unique perspective than if you were, maybe in some other part of the arena. We have a fully catered buffet. You mentioned the Wagyu beef. I mean, that's top dollar stuff. I mean, you don't
high end.
That's high end. That's now we usually, because all the food's gone by the time the end of the game, we usually get the pretzel bites. So that's a good addition as well.
But if you buy this and you want to sneak us something high end,
if you want to bring a couple of Wagyu burgers down to the middle of Press Row,
you may get a shout out on the Winthrop Sports Network powered by Founders.
You absolutely will be able to do that. I think the Celebrate painting, Eagle Celebrate painting by Tim Elmers, is another idea that is very interesting because it is, not only is it unique, but it is painted by somebody that has ties to the school. And
no
it has
question.
a little extra, I think that has a little bit extra emotion to it. And the walk-off single, any kind of walk-off is, one of the most thrilling events in sports. Then you have the tailgate for the soccer game at Eagle Field. The beer, I think most people realize when you go to soccer games internationally and throughout the United States, I mean, beer gardens are a big part of that experience.
There's no question about it. And the soccer program here at Winthrop has had some great success over the years. They can use those rowdy fans getting behind them, and to do it in a beer garden, that's a great setting to enjoy yourself and root on the Eagles.
Well, the Eagles need their rowdy fans to become part of the Eagle Club, and you can do that by checking out winthropeagles.com. There's all the information there. For bidding tonight, we encourage you to go to eagleclub.givesmart.com. If you want to donate, give 2276-278 to donate $20. We do want to thank our friends at Comporium for sponsoring us here tonight. And we had a lot of support from Winthrop athletes, from some of the administrators and the coaches about really what this experience means. So we'll take a look at one of those testimonials right now.
Good evening, Eagle Club auction members. Thank you so much for your generous contributions this evening. The Women's Lacrosse program is very, very grateful for all that you do.
Hi, my name's Tori Walker, and I'm on the softball team at Winthrop. Being an athlete at Winthrop truly means you have a second family. From all my teammates, to my coaches, to all the other athletes there, and especially the athletic department, someone will always be there for you no matter what you need, and for that, I'm truly grateful. A lot of the things we do and have would not be possible without the giving hearts of our donors. Having a community behind us that loves and supports us means the world to all of us athletes at Winthrop. We appreciate everything you do for us, and we play for you. So from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you for your kind soul, and we appreciate you more than you know. Go Eagles!
Hey Eagle fans, I hope everybody's having a great night tonight. Just want to take a quick second and tell you how much we appreciate everybody's support, and thank you. This is always such a great night. It goes to a great cause for our athletic department and for our student athlete scholarship. But again, just want to tell you thank you.
Hey everybody, Josh Sides, coaching your Winthrop Eagles esports team. Just want to give a quick shout out to our Eagle Club supporters. I want to thank you guys for everything you do. We really appreciate it. We couldn't do what we do without you guys, so keep up the good work. Like I said, we really appreciate it. Go Eagles and keep rocking the hill.
My name is Karina Grant, and I'm a Winthrop track and field alumna. As an out-of-state student, Rock Hill quickly grew to feel like a second home to me. I'm incredibly grateful to this university for providing me with so many experiences and relationships that have helped shape me into the person that I am today. I want to thank the donors for providing me with the opportunity to achieve my dreams of competing in my sport at the Division I level. Without you guys, myself, and so many of my closest friends and teammates would not have had this opportunity, so we are very grateful for your support. As I begin to embark on the next steps of my journey, I owe so much gratitude to this university and all those who have supported me in my time here. Though I'm no longer a Winthrop student, I will continue to proudly exclaim, once an Eagle, always an Eagle.
I want to thank you and everybody that's helping out the Eagle Club in this interesting auction this year, a little different than past years, but being here 28 years, we could not survive without you guys and your support. And once again, thank you to the Eagle Club and everybody that's buying stuff in the auction today. Thank you very much.
I'm Alexandra Perez, a junior on the Winthrop women's soccer team, and what it means to me to be a Winthrop Eagle is to be surrounded by a family of peers, student athletes, and staff who are constantly pushing me to be my best self academically and athletically. Also, a huge thank you to all of the donors who also contribute to allowing us to follow our dreams here at Winthrop.
Hey everybody, my name is Bjorn Broman. I played on the basketball team from 2015 through 2019. In my 4 years, I have so many special memories and moments, but one specifically that comes to mind is in 2017 when we made the national tournament. Ever since I was a little kid, it's been a dream of mine to play in March Madness, to have that private plane ride, to have all the interviews, to be on the big stage, and for us to make it happen that year is something I'll never forget. And I want to thank Winthrop and the university in general, just for my college experience. I enjoyed all of my 4 years, every second on campus was a blast. And then specifically to donors, thank you. Thank you for your generosity, thank you for your support, thank you for your love, and that goes beyond athletics, beyond sports. I'm still in the Fort Mill, Rock Hill area, and every time I walk into the Coliseum and I see you guys and give you hugs, shake your hands, it shows what Winthrop is really all about. You know, the community, family, relationships, and like I said, it goes beyond just athletics and sports. It's a relationship that'll last a lifetime. So I thank you guys, I love you, I appreciate you, and go Eagles.
My name is Alyssa Sconzo, and I'm joined right now by Daniel Reidenhauer, the men's soccer coach here at Winthrop University. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming in the office today.
So can you speak a little bit about the impact that the Eagle Club and the auction has on the success of the men's soccer program?
Well, scholarships are the most important thing for any lifeblood of a program. And without scholarships, we don't have the student athletes we have. We've been able to provide opportunities for players locally, scholarship-wise, but also guys from all over the world. And I think having a diverse set of student athletes with men's soccer especially, I would argue that we're probably the global sport, soccer, football. So there's opportunities that we've been able to provide through scholarships. And a lot of those guys that have come have actually ended up staying in the Charlotte area and in the local community and providing and giving back. So scholarships are how we survive.
So the auction's always a really fun night, and this year it'll look a little bit different. How do you and your family plan on spending the evening?
So my wife, Emily, who I am grateful for her support to our university and our athletic department, she always enjoys the auction. I usually walk away to the checkout line not knowing exactly sometimes what we've won. I think last year she won a trip to the Swiss Alps in France, and she doesn't like the cold weather and she doesn't like France. But that was great. Don't know where we're going to go on that. But we've actually planned with some of the people that have typically sat at our table in the past couple of years. We're going to do a night in the nest at a location to be determined and kind of make a little party of it and probably have 6 to 8 people just enjoying ourselves, to be honest. Kind of the same thing we would if we were at the auction, and we're going to do it at someone else's house.
Well, that'll be fun.
It will be.
There's a lot of great items in the auction this year. What items will you have your eye on?
I know my wife has already looked at most of the things that are there. I know she'll probably end up bidding on things that, whatever she likes. I would say more than likely, I think the trip to the mountains. I think there's an item at a beach house, so I can see her going certainly after those two things. And then there's little things that she'll certainly bid on. I don't usually hold the paddle, if you can figure that out. So whatever she throws kind of the darts at for the night is what she'll end up bidding on.
So I hear men's soccer has an exclusive item in the auction. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
It is an idea that our group came up with. I mean, Tommy and Shay are great guys, and we came up with a beer garden. So it's a pretty popular item to partake at soccer matches across the world. So I think they're going to be hosting a beer garden at a game of your choice, and so we're hoping people bid on it and bid high.
joining us virtually for a night in the nest. There are so many amazing items you can get your hands on this evening. For just $12 each, you could purchase one of these Winthrop Athletics branded face coverings for you and your entire family, with 100% of the proceeds going to the scholarship fund. You can even bid on this Winthrop Eagles branded football helmet in celebration of yet another undefeated football season. Back in February, which I know feels like a million years ago now, the men's basketball team defeated UNC Asheville right here at the Coliseum on Military Appreciation Day, and you have the opportunity to take home one of these game-worn jerseys from that big win. You can even bid on an opportunity to sit next to the dynamic duo during a Winthrop home game. Back to you guys.
Well, it's nice that somebody calls us a dynamic duo, and hopefully come November, Mike will not have to sport his good-looking Winthrop face mask. That's only $12. Visit eagleclub.givesmart.com for all the information. And indeed, during this next wave, wave number 3, which is brought to you by South State Bank, there is an opportunity to kind of watch the way we prepare and broadcast a game.
And, you know, we obviously have a lot of fun doing it and we enjoy it, but the access that we have, and that's thanks to, you know, Pat Kelsey and the coaches and everybody here, and we'll be talking to Pat shortly here, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But it's a great opportunity to really see what a game day behind the scenes looks like, and not just what we do, but, you know, maybe come to shoot around, and it's really a great opportunity to really kind of focus in and see, you know, what's going on with what the team's going to do that day.
Wave number 3 will end at 8:10. Of course, tonight's Night at the Nest is sponsored by Comporium. And don't forget, in addition to our featured items, there are all sorts of great things available at eagleclub.givesmart.com. A couple of items that have not yet received bids: a dinner at the Fish Market in Fort Mill and a wine package at Total Wine.
Yeah, and make sure you check out those items because they're going to go quickly. eagleclub.givesmart.com. But Dave, our featured item, and it's a kind of a familiar theme with a lot of the travels that we run into, because a lot of the towns that we go to when we're going to see Winthrop on the road, the railroad is a big impact to that area, and having maybe opened up that area to commerce and travel and whatnot. So you're able to stay in a caboose in the Smokies. It's a 2-night stay in Clyde, North Carolina. You have views of bison. Dave, they come up close and personal. They're right outside your window. This is a 72-acre private property where the buffalo roam. It sleeps up to 5. And this might be the most unique item we have here in the auction. You have access to hiking, breweries, restaurants, fire pit on site. Pets are welcome, so that's important. And Clyde just maybe under 20 miles west of Asheville.
Yeah, just a couple of hours from Rock Hill. Not only do you get to stay in the caboose, but it's right on a 72-acre farm where bison roam. May 9th, 2016, a monumental day in this country, Mike, when the bison was named the national mammal.
Indeed, and you can check out the national mammal if you've been on this day in the caboose. This looks, I got my eye on that one. Also, Dave, when you look at meals, right, because you and I both like to eat when we go on the road. Well, these are meals you can have right here in your very home in the Rock Hill area. Bob Brakeford, Mexican dinner for 8. Sit down, authentic Mexican cuisine in your home, and complete with margaritas, right? And of course, it's prepared by Winthrop's own Bob Brakefield. And how about this? I know this is a big, really big item every year. Ben Paxton's famous Cajun dinner for 6.
It really is famous.
It is. No, I mean, I hear people talking about this all the time. We always lose out on the bid. We might have to try and outbid them today. But prepared in your home by cross country and track and field head coach Ben Paxton. Crawfish, jambalaya, Mississippi mud cake, and so much more. And that's not even counting the stories you're going to hear.
There's nothing better than that Creole cuisine. New Orleans has such a vibe. It's so authentic, and Coach Paxton really can put that together. And then there's lots of laughs and stories. It's so much fun. Don't forget the Drawdown raffle. There are still tickets available. It's a chance to win $2,500.
I got mine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's going to be really ironic when people are at home thinking they're going to win and you're celebrating on set.
Well, dinner's on me.
Log on to eagleclub.givesmart.com. There's another item we're highlighting tonight, and it's pretty unique.
This, we'd have to really work on our wives on the budget for this, because this would be great to have for the Bearded Carcass when we go on the road with the men's basketball team. But this next item you're about to see is pretty cool.
All right, folks, thanks for joining us for the Night of the Nest. This is item number 266. This bad boy or bad girl is the GeoPro 2019 Forest River GeoPro by Rockwood travel trailer. This is valued at $12,222. It can be yours to take home just for a $6,000 minimum bid. Hopefully we drive those up and support student athlete scholarships, but this has everything you need for either a sports tailgate or if you want to go for a weekend camping adventure in the mountains. It's got a fully retractable awning for sunny or rainy days to chill on the side. It's fully electric, no propane required for this. 13,500 BTUs air conditioning. It's got heating and air, Wi-Fi. I'll let you come inside, take a peek here. It's got a fully wall-mounted TV, little small plasma screen TV like Michael Scott had in the office. It's also got Wi-Fi, like I said, AM, FM radio, a full-size mattress. It's so brand new that the mattress is still in its original packaging, never been used before. And if you want to come around here, the best part about this trailer, my favorite part, is what you got in the back. A full kitchenette for all your camping tailgating needs. You got a microwave for your popcorn, your pizza, your potatoes. You got a full sink that you can hook up with a water. We got a 20-gallon water tank in here. Bluetooth speaker, charging center for your iPhone, electrical outlets. If you want to add a hot plate in here and have a stove, you can make it a full kitchen. And the best part, at the end of a long day, sunny day, rainy day, doesn't matter, pop your shades on, open the fridge, grab an ice cold Corona from our partners at Comer Distributing, and enjoy your night. And also don't forget to purchase your Winthrop Eagles face mask, custom branded face mask, just $12. They're items number 2 and 3 on our website, eagleclub.givesmart.com.
Hi, I'm Dylan Patterson, Winthrop Women's Soccer Class of 2020. Thank you so much for supporting Winthrop Athletics. Your contributions allow students like me to have a top-notch Division I athletic experience while simultaneously earning a degree. Your generosity does not go unnoticed. Go Eagles!
Hi, my name is Taya, and to me, to be a Winthrop Eagle means to be a leader in and out of the classroom, to have a positive attitude, be respectful, and be determined to achieve good athletic and academic performance. Also, a huge thank you to all our donors who contribute to our success. Thank you.
Hey everyone, Max Hasenschap here, former Winthrop Eagle from the men's soccer team. Hope everyone is doing well and enjoying tonight's scholarship auction. I want to start my short message by saying that I'm really thankful for my time at Winthrop University, thankful for coaches, professors, teammates, friends and others, and of course thankful for all the donors. Without you, international students, including myself, wouldn't be able to come to America and experience such a great time. Without your donations, we wouldn't be able to study and play our sports that we love in America.
Hello, Winthrop Eagle Club supporters. My name is Samika Randall-Lay, and I am the women's basketball coach. I want to personally thank you for all your gifts and contributions to the athletic department. We really appreciate you. Go Eagles.
Hello, I just want to say thank you so much for all that you do for Winthrop Athletics. Your contributions not only allow us to play the sport that we love, but you guys are also investing in us as people, and I cannot thank you enough. Thank you to the Golden Eagles for all that they have done for me personally as a volleyball player at Winthrop, my team, but also within the whole entire Winthrop community. You guys have just shaped my Winthrop experience in the most positive way. So I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Go Eagles.
Hi everyone, I'm Kelly Kish, Senior Associate Director of Athletics and Senior Woman Administrator here at Winthrop. I want to thank you for your support tonight. You become part of the team behind the teams by helping us provide the best student-athlete experience possible and supporting our coaches and staff. Thank you for your support tonight and throughout the year. We look forward to seeing you this season. Go Eagles!
When I look back on my time at Winthrop, the first thing that comes to my mind is the relationships that I formed with all my teammates, getting to meet just some incredible people and forming lifelong friendships with them. And that wouldn't have been possible if I couldn't have gotten a scholarship to come play here. So thank you to all the donors who donate to help support scholarships for guys like me and everyone at Winthrop Athletics. So thank you.
My experience at Winthrop was second to none, to say the least. I grew on many levels,
as both a student and an athlete, and it was through your assistance and through your donations that allowed me to flourish and succeed on both levels of being a student and an athlete during my time at Winthrop. With that being said, on behalf of myself, my teammates, and all fellow student athletes at Winthrop University, and with a heart full of gratitude, I say thank you so much. Thank you very much for your donations and your assistance to us as athletes at Winthrop University.
And thanks to our student athletes, coaches, and administrators for giving these testimonials. I mean, we can talk a lot and give you the emotion, but to hear it from people this really impacts the most is really great to hear. We have a Night in the Nest, our 29th Winthrop Eagle Club auction for scholarships. And we have a very special guest with us. The last time I think the three of us were wearing ties was probably the last time we were all together in this building together, and that was the Big South Conference Championship game. Welcome to a Night in the Nest, Pat Kelsey.
I appreciate it. I was told polos would be fine, and I said, well, what's Dave and Cheeks wearing? They said suits, and I was like, I'm competitive now. I'm not going to let you guys outdo me. So I suited up as well. And speaking of that,
yeah,
it got me all fired up when I walked in. There was a Winthrop football helmet and felt like Lee Corso, got me all juiced up. Man, I'm ready to play.
What would you pay for that helmet?
I don't know. I played football when I was a kid. I was a quarterback, but I could throw about 15 yards. So I was 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But, you know, this is Football City, USA, even though we get this place rocking with that round ball a little bit too. But what an unbelievable night. And this is like NASA back here.
Yeah.
When I was back there, and this whole setup that they have and how hard our this entire staff has worked to put this thing on in these crazy circumstances. And Kyle and Clint over there, Alyssa, Lauren, Aaron, Tommy, I say PD over there, Shay. I can't tell you, and then you guys, just watching how this whole production's gone on, and it fires me up to see the sacrifices that they've made and worked so hard in these weird circumstances to put something like this on.
You can really speak to how the Eagle Club impacts your program.
Yeah, it's our lifeblood. It is huge. And when I sit back there and Tommy's, you know, like I said, he's landing the space shuttle with his computer back there, and in real time now, you know, when you can do all this bidding on your phone and online. Just like I get fired up before a game and my heart beats fast, I see Tommy start twitching a little bit when those bids start coming in, because he realizes and he knows, and we all know, this is the lifeblood of our organization, of our athletic department. It's how we take care of our student athletes. It's how we provide opportunities for them. It's how we provide a big-time, first-class Division I atmosphere for our student athletes. So everybody out there, and I love the amount of people that have logged on and are bidding right now. We say all the time, people say they love Winthrop. This is your opportunity to show your love. And I'd love for those numbers to continue to climb. But yes, we need everybody out there. Bid, bid, bid.
Coach has generously donated several items tonight as we look at Wave 4. These things directly are a part of your program, and the idea that a fan can travel to a road game with the Eagles, what would that experience be like?
That's pretty cool. I mean, I know there's a party bus, I think, that's going. Mm-hmm. That's one of the things. How cool is that? You know, we talk about road kills. We go on the road, we need as much help as we can in those visitor arenas. But I think the one you're referring to is actually on the bus. I mean, or on the plane, wherever we're going. They travel with us. You're going to be in the hotel, in the pregame meals. Heck, I'll let you in the coaching meetings when we're watching tape late at night, even though I don't let you in. But, you know, it's unbelievable. The walkthrough before the game when we're going through baseline out of bounds, drive to the bus to the game with the team in that quiet, anxiety-filled bus. You know, there's nothing like feeling that behind the scene. And then we got one that hasn't been bid on yet that I thought would be unbelievable. Yeah. We have a big preseason cookout at my house. At my house, all the staff comes over, all their families, the little kids in bathing suits jumping in the pool, our entire roster, all of our players. And what an unbelievable experience to really get to know the Eagles on a personal level than to bid on something like that. 0 bids. So check that out. I think it's going to be big time. And because I'm pumping it up, if you put a big bid in there, we'll make it even better. just come on over to the house. We'll have a great time.
That's item number 269. And what it does is, it's not being a fan, it's like being a part of the program. You meet the players and the coaches.
You know, Ken is unbelievable at this stuff, and I learn so much from him every day, Ken Halpin. And he talks about there are things, you know, because, you know, he's a passionate fundraiser. And there are some things you can't put a price tag on, right?
Yeah.
There's access that it doesn't matter sometimes in the world. You might have the most money in the world, but that access you can't get. And this is true behind the scenes access stuff, whether it's be an Eagle for a day here at a home game and sit behind the bench and be in the locker room for the pregame talk, or some of these road trips or dinners at my house. There are things that you can't get. And they're great opportunities. I think they'll be a lot of fun.
Well, and Dave and I are very fortunate that being, you know, part of this as well. And, you know, this year, maybe more so than other years, you could just see the family. And it really started earlier in the year. And then that emotion of winning together and celebrating with the community here in Rock Hill. How important was that?
Man, that was one of the, you guys remember, you were probably still over at the gym at Radford when the Radford and Hampton game was going on.
Yep.
But I feel like we would have won it up there on their home floor. I just had that feel and that vibe. But I watched the first half, went back to the hotel, and I'm like, you know, I'm going to rest up, get a shower, and be ready to watch tape of whoever we're getting ready to play. And then Hampton went up by 5, and they went up by 10, they went up by 12, they went up by 14, and everybody starts congregating down in the hotel lobby. Parents of players are down there, the coaching staff, their families are down there, and I don't have anything against Radford, but I knew if Hampton won, we were coming back to our crib. We were coming back to this joint right here. And the energy in that room, and when the final buzzer went off, we said, we're going home. And, you know, there was a huge crowd here. Our marketing staff did an unbelievable job making this place rocking in 36 hours. And at the end of the day, won the championship and cut down the nets.
That's another item that people can bid on tonight. All year long, you worked so hard to cut down the nets. You can get the game ball, you can get the net, you can bid on a championship ring. How much work goes into winning a championship ring?
So that's the game ball and the net from the game? I didn't know that was I'm bidding on that bad boy. That looks pretty good in my trophy case. What number is that? 2? Number 2? Oh, you're just saying 2 minutes. I'm sorry.
Coach.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a championship ring.
A championship ring?
Yeah, ring too, yeah.
And think about how much work goes into winning that championship to get that ring, and someone can purchase a piece
And I guess that's what I'm talking about. Like in this instance, you give to Winthrop because you love Winthrop, you can get a piece of the net.
Yeah.
But that access, you can't get a championship ring, you know, but just because this is very, very important to us. That hard-earned piece of hardware, that ring around the finger, we want to share it with somebody that shows their love to Winthrop today by bidding on something really, really special. That's a big-time deal right there.
Give us a little bit of an update. The team won the Big South Championship. You're on to the NCAA tournament, and then it all kind of crumbles. What was that like?
Crazy. You know, uncharted waters is what all coaches kept using. It's what we used, and it was. The hardest thing was for our seniors, Josh Ferguson, Hunter Hale, that Josh had gone before, Hunter never had, but to go out with a bang like that in the greatest spectacle of American sport, including the Super Bowl, the NCAA tournament, was tough. But for the guys returning, and you guys know, we got a chance to be really, really good. Got a lot of work to do, but we could be good. If anything, it gave us even a little bit more wind at our back and a little bit more chip on our shoulder to go out and do it again.
Fair to say what people do tonight will impact your team in the fall and winter?
Not even close. This is huge, and appreciate everybody tuning in. But from the bottom of my heart, thank you for showing your love to Winthrop, and we need you now more than ever.
This is a multi-tiered event. We've got our auction going on. We've also got lots going on social media. Alyssa, what sort of response are we getting?
Thanks, guys. To everyone at home, we see you. Keep tweeting to us. Send us photos of how you're spending auction night. And don't forget to use the hashtag #EverStand. Just a reminder, there's only 15 minutes left to get your chance to win $2,500 from the auction tonight. A winner will be announced at 8:40, so stay tuned for that. And there's still time to bid on all these awesome items. For all the football fans out there, go place your bid on this Christian McCaffrey signed football, one of the best running backs in the league. Here we have the Yoko Brew Trail basket that includes gift cards and gear from some of the best local breweries. And how pretty are these earrings? These pearl earrings were donated by Perry's Diamonds and Estate Jewelry, and they could be yours. Back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Alyssa. Now it's the time of the program where someone thought it was a good idea to have Mike and I reflect on our memories, and suddenly I think I'm 100 years old. But we have seen a lot of unbelievable things in our time at Winthrop.
Well, when you think about it, Dave, our first season, the 06-07 season, was Greg Marshall's last year. And of course, everybody remembers the great run in the Big South tournament, and then, and I know we'll talk about that in a minute, but the Notre Dame game really is one of the biggest moments in the school's history, because it was the first and only win in the NCAA tournament for the Winthrop Eagles so far. And that experience for us was great because, I mean, it was our first year, and I think we thought, well, we'll be going to NCAA tournaments every year. But what was really significant, I think, about the win was obviously the game is important, but having that experience with the team and being embedded with the team and flying on the charter and going out to Spokane, and it was, you know, and then beating Notre Dame. You know, people may not remember this story, but the next day after Winthrop won was St. Patrick's Day. And so they were already talking about before the game that the Irish, after they beat Winthrop, were going to go to the St. Patrick's Day parade, and the band was going to march in the parade. And I think that caught, you know, Coach Marshall caught wind of that, and I think that was something that was maybe used as a motivational tool.
When I got my master's at Winthrop, I took the history of South Carolina, taught by Eddie Lee, who at the time was the mayor of York. And we had a discussion about the most instrumental moments in Winthrop history. And I suggested that the win over Notre Dame was one of those, because it launched Winthrop onto the national landscape. It went from a school, a Big South school, a one-bid team, to this is a team that's going to make a run on national TV with media and everybody paying attention. And the game itself, Mike, it's funny, I watched it back a year or two ago, and it wasn't at all how I had it remembered in my head. I had it the kind of Winthrop led comfortably most of the way. Notre Dame charged back, and then Winthrop made the kill at the end. But really, it was a very tight game for a long period of time. Winthrop hit a 3 at the very end of the first half to kind of stamp them. We're in this game. We're ahead. Then the second half, Winthrop inched away. Notre Dame made the big comeback. But boy, Terrell Martin, Craig Bradshaw, they were phenomenal.
Yeah, and Chris Gaynor, Michael Jenkins. I mean, that team was really so in tune with each other, and you know, they had so many different pieces, and you know, I think that's maybe the common thread when you look at all the different NCAA teams that we've covered here with Winthrop, is that, you know, the team catches that special spark at some point in the year. Sometimes it's at the beginning of the year, sometimes it's a little bit later, sometimes it's in the conference tournament where they have put things together. And I think for me, what's been exciting is you and I have been able to see a taste of different teams all trying to get that same goal of going to the NCAA tournament.
The Notre Dame team went 29-5. The next year, the team went back to the Big Dance. They had to win it on the road at Asheville.
Yeah, I remember the Kenny George game, right? And Kenny George was, what, 7'6"? And Winthrop really had trouble with him in the regular season. So Randy Peel at the time did a really good job of trying to figure out how to neutralize him with a unique double team.
And of course, Coach Pat Kelsey has done a terrific job taking teams to the championship game, taking teams to the NCAA tournament. But let's not forget about the women's team, that magical run with DeQuisha McClanahan.
You know, DeQuisha McClanahan is probably going to go down as one of the best women's basketball players, obviously at Winthrop, but in the Big South, and just a dominant player that could really take over the game. And she was really magical in that NCAA, that run in the Big South Conference. Remember that Winthrop was the 3 seed. They had to beat Liberty, and then they beat High Point to win the championship.
And if you were at the games or you watched the games, there were points in which you wondered what was going to happen. And McClanahan just put the team on her back. She refused to lose.
It was like someone rolled out a button, and she hit the button and said, all right, I'm taking this game over.
There were portions of that season, and she is the greatest player in Winthrop women's basketball history. I thought she would have started on the men's team.
Well, you know, Pat Kelsey joked about that. Remember, I think the year after that, he said, you know, to Quisha McCallan, I'd love to have her as the point guard right now. But, you know, I think this is why a night like this is so important, Dave, is to remember and reflect on the student athletes that have come through here, and not just their success on the court, but everything that helps them and molds them and gets them passionate for what happens after their Winthrop career.
Wherever we go throughout the years, Eagle Club is such a huge part of it, and you can donate at eagleclub.givesmart.com. Without the resources that the Eagle Club provides, all of these stories don't happen.
No, and you know, we've been fortunate too, Dave, that we've been able to really chronicle what happens, you know, during a season. And for me, you and I have done a lot of great things. I don't even know where I could start on the list of places that we've been and seen. I mean, just the year alone, the trip to St. Mary's and watching Winthrop, you know, get the big win this year over a ranked team. They were number 18 at the time, St. Mary's. But you know, we had an opportunity to go through San Francisco and Pier 39, and we didn't get to Alcatraz, but we saw Alcatraz. So we've been able to do things like that, and I think that's what also is important for the student athlete experience. Is, you know, this team went to, you know, they got to see Fresno, they got to see a little bit of San Francisco, they got to see Moraga. You know, a couple years ago we went to Colorado. You know, we've been to so many great stadiums too. And Duke, you know, was a thrill for both of us going to play there.
Rupp Arena or Cameron Indoor Stadium, they're special, and the players get to experience those in large part because of the Eagle Club. That includes some of the rivalries throughout the years, whether it be at Asheville or Coastal Carolina or High Point, some intimate environments.
Well, it really depends on where you join the Winthrop journey. You know, obviously when you and I first started here, Coastal Carolina was the big rivalry, and you know, that's, fortunately we're going to see that again. It already started this year. Then High Point kind of came to the forefront. You know, guys like John Brown, and you know, that was really impactful. And then to the current day, where, you know, Gardner-Webb, and we had that scintillating 3 overtime game this year.
And that leads to some of the great moments that we recall, the buzzer beaters, the slam dunks. I will never forget the Andre Smith 3 to beat the buzzer. The season's on the line.
Yeah, and of course in this year, you know, you had Hunter Hale and Chandler Vodren combining to hit major threes to get that big win in that triple overtime against Gardner-Webb. Again, all these great stories, all these events that happen here at Winthrop don't happen without your support. You can get involved right now, eagleclub.givesmart.com. Also, text to donate to scholarships. Text GIVE20 to 76278 to donate $20.
Some of those memories is kind of what it's all about.
Yeah.
You forget about the great moments. Seeing DeAndre Adams, though, man, that it really hits you in the heart.
Yeah, and obviously we lost him too soon, but he was such a big part of that team in '07, and you know, I'll never forget that image. And you know, you and I saw it live courtside, but that image of him jumping up as the Eagles knew they were going to win it, special. But it's really neat too, because John Adams, DeAndre's dad, is you know, still part of the Winthrop family, so that's neat too.
And that's exactly what tonight is about. It is a family, and you are a part of that, an incredibly important part of that. Text GIVE20 to 76278 and give today, or we have so many great items at eagleclub.givesmart.com. And as we move into wave number 5, some really, really high-end opportunities.
Wow, Napa Valley Gourmet Experience for 2. It's a 3-night stay in Napa Valley. The Round Pond Estate tasting and pairing. You have Longmeadow Ranch Estate Experience, hands-on cooking class, Silverado Cooking School. Round-trip airfare is included. Dave, this is for people that like wine. I mean, this is, you know, kind of like, you know, their nirvana. I mean, this is 3 days. You get to see so many different wineries and restaurants, but it's really more than that, because you have the opportunity, if you fly into San Francisco, to really make an extended trip out of it.
Yeah, the Napa Valley and Sonoma, about an hour and a half from San Francisco. You're going to drive over the Monument of the Millennium, the Golden Gate Bridge. You can stop in Marin and Tiburon or Sausalito, eat
Make
right on the water. Make sure you say hi to
Bruce Friedman if you stop in Marin.
You can say hi to my parents while you're there. But this is so much more. The Longmeadow Ranch and Estate, that's actually in St. Helena, which is just north of Napa. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. That's a little little less touristy. I kind of like it over there, but this is a once-in-a-lifetime trip. And this entire wave is presented by Steels, Mechanical, and Carolina Recruitment. And a reminder, there are only a few minutes left in our Drawdown raffle, an opportunity to win $2,500. EagleClub.GiveSmart.com. I kind of like the idea of winning that $2,500 and parlaying it into one of these items.
That is a good parlay for you, and that would really make good things on that Napa Valley Gourmet experience. It could also, because remember, if you're going out all the way out west, you know, you're having some great wine testing, you're having some great food. Of course, that area is one of the greatest in the country. When you come back, you might want to work all that off.
Absolutely.
Right? So what better way than to rent Winthrop Coliseum with a private post-game reception. So it's a pickup game for you and 20 of your friends on the court for up to 2 hours. And then there's a light reception in the Eagle Club room post-game.
But a warning.
Yeah.
If you go play basketball at the Y and you think you've got a pretty good jump shot, the rims at the Coliseum, as they are at any Division I venue, they're a lot tighter. You're not going to be as good a basketball player playing where the Eagles do as at your home gym. But it actually is a really cool thing. You can set up a video camera, you can bring some of your friends. It's your own intramural activity, except it's at a D1 venue. That's hard to find. Well, you can't walk into Cameron Indoor Stadium.
No, and this is, you know, you have the experience of being on the court, and you can see highlights of Winthrop Coliseum on ESPN or Fox Sports or any of the highlight services, and you can have your friends playing a game on this very floor. And, you know, it's a little bit different, like you said, than maybe playing in a high school gym or a Y gym. And not just because of the size of Winthrop Coliseum, but the floor, and just you look up and you're playing basketball where all these championship banners are hanging for all the different sports here at Winthrop.
And if you want to also bid on item 519, you can wear the gear that a Winthrop team wears. Pick any team on campus you want, and you'll get everything they get for the entire year. And Mike, you and I are around men's basketball a lot. They get a lot of cool stuff.
Well, this is really only something that the program, people inside the program get to wear. These are not available in stores. So EagleClub.GiveSmart.com is how you can bid on these.
And of course, we have a trip to Myrtle Beach. I think maybe overlooked by people around here. It's one of the great destinations for golf and beach in the world.
Well, it's easy. And don't forget Winthrop on the schedule, Coastal Carolina this year. So you can maybe parlay that. But it's a one-week stay, oceanside condo. This is really cool, Dave, if you're a golfer. A round for 4 at the Dunes Beach and Golf Club. It's a premier country club in Myrtle Beach and stands as one of the top 100 golf courses in virtually every magazine.
When you and I got to Winthrop, the volleyball program was #1 in the league. In the last couple of years, under the direction of Chuck Ray, they are back at the top, and he has a message for the fans.
Just appreciate so much all of our Eagle Club members, those that are not members but might be looking through this auction. We really ask that you think about becoming a member to the Eagle Club. It's something that will change your life in terms of relationships in family and growing in love. And what you can give to the Eagle Club, our student athletes, I'm sure will give 10 times back to you. And we appreciate you.
And great to hear from Chuck Ray. And it's great to have him back too, Dave. And the volleyball program has done so many wonderful things. And the story tonight is about wonderful things. It's the opportunity for student athletes to come to Winthrop. They get scholarship money that helps them not only perform on the court or on the fields or on the track, but in the classroom as well. And those scholarship dollars are very impactful. And so to give us a little taste of what tonight means, we bring in Shay Maple. And Shay, let's start first with what this night means.
This night means everything, guys. I mean, appreciate you being our host tonight. I don't think anyone would be more appropriate than the two of you, but this night is so meaningful to so many people. This is the 29th year that we're doing this thing, right? So we wouldn't do it if it wasn't great, right?
Yeah.
Now, this isn't exactly what we had in mind. We've really tried to, in the last couple of years, make this a really unique event. But a virtual experience isn't what we had in mind. Last year, you might recall, an experience on the baseball infield and record-setting attendance, record-setting donations. So we're really excited for this tonight. It's gone really, really well, but there's still a lot more to get to as well.
Shay, the Eagle Club is something that we hear about, but how does it impact the student athletes?
It's huge. It's everything. I mean, what the Eagle Club allows us to do is give the opportunity for these student athletes to pursue their passion, right? And and they've done that so well. Even the past couple of years, you've seen tremendous team performances, tremendous individual performances. So it truly means everything.
And let's look at membership, because I know as important as the scholarship dollars are, people can get involved by being year-long members of the Eagle Club, and that also helps in a multitude of ways.
Right. There's so many benefits to being an Eagle Club member. Obviously, you're benefiting the experience of student athletes, but so many conversations from folks about lifelong friendships that have come about just from being a member and having a bite to eat and a beverage in the Eagle Room. And just, we've got such a tight-knit community with a passion for our student athletes. And it's for those folks that we're doing this tonight. It's for those folks that we say thank you. And I think we've probably said thank you about 500 times tonight, but we should probably say 500 more times tonight. Yeah. So really just thankful for everything that everyone's doing tonight, contributing. Soon after this event, we're going to start talking to our folks about membership renewal. And we hope that they'll come back and they'll return and they'll really enjoy the things that we're doing together. So I'm really excited about tonight. I'm thankful for tonight, and I'm excited about the future.
Well, we have an opportunity to meet a lot of members of the Eagle Club, and it's really fun to see their interaction and sometimes mentorships in relationships that grow out of that with the student athletes.
Absolutely. I mean, there's just really, again, I talk about relationships all the time. It's truly a part of it. So we wouldn't be doing this here tonight, if it weren't about relationships. We have tremendous, following, and we want to continue those things. Tonight, if you're still out there and you're still watching, we hope that you are. If you feel compelled to give, please do. Perhaps you lost out on that cool experience or that cool item. You still have an opportunity to bid straight through our auction page, eagleclub.givesmart.com.
And that brings us to wave number 6. And there are some terrific items here as we move along in the auction. This wave ends at 8:40 p.m. and it's presented by our friends at Melton Insurance. And Mike, the first item is something I have never seen a fan own: a race-worn fire suit.
Well, actually, I do. A friend of mine who actually has worked with Kevin Harvick, our good friend Tony Rizzuti, who sometimes helps us out here, used to work in NASCAR, so he actually has his own race suit. But you can have one donated by Kevin and Delana Harvick. He's the current points leader, 2014 Sprint Cup champ, one of the most popular NASCAR drivers of all time, 2007 Daytona 500 winner, 2-time Coca-Cola 500 winner, also has won the fall race here. And of course, now they run the Roval in the Bank of America 400. But for NASCAR fans, for memorabilia fans, this is a must-have in your collection if you do not have it. Driver's suits, they don't just fall out of the trees.
That's exactly right.
I mean, this is something that's very unique and personalized. It has Kevin Harvick's signature on it.
I think in this culture where selfies have become the new autograph, to have something as unique as a race-worn fire suit, I just don't know where else someone's going to find an item like this. And in buying it tonight, you're helping a great cause.
And the funds that are raised by this, and we just saw a shot of this suit. I mean, it's not like a football jersey or sometimes a basketball jersey. I mean, you see people wearing those a lot. This is a unique item, and it's something that, I would have put a special bid just to have you wear it, but that didn't. We weren't able to make that happen.
Well, you've got your phone there.
I do. Maybe Tommy will let me put another 50 in, and we'll get you in the suit. But this is just a very unique item, and it's something that you're going to want to have in your collection. Also in this wave, Dave, is the bourbon and scotch tasting at the Shack, and that's a private 3-hour tasting for 12 people at the Historic Shack here at Winthrop. Bourbon and scotch, I know a lot of my friends, it's becoming very popular, so this is going to be a really cool experience. For sports fans, Panthers weekend in Charlotte, full weekend, includes dining experience at Charlotte area restaurants, tickets to a show at the Comedy Zone, so you go say hi to my friend Mike Hall, brewery crawl experience, stay in an uptown area hotel, and 2 lower level tickets to a Panthers game to cap it off.
I absolutely love this item. It's one thing to go to a game Parking is a pain. Where are you going to do your tailgating? This is an entire weekend. You're giving yourself a vacation or a present. You don't have to worry about where to stay. You don't have to worry about the in and out. You're eating well. You're drinking well. You're with the people you choose. And with the announcement today by the NFL that the first 8 rows of seats are now going to be stricken, this is like a 14th row seat. You are right on top of the action.
Right on top of the action. Speaking of being on top of the action, the VIP NASCAR experience, kind of the theme of this wave obviously is sports, and it ties back in with the Kevin Harvick suit. And this is donated by the Speedway Motorsports and, of course, the Smith family. This is all access day at the track for the Bank of America Roval 400 on Sunday, October 11th. Now, Dave, this includes 4 clubhouse tickets, pre-race track passes, so you get to go pre-game in the pits. Clubhouse seats are located across from pit row. And again, if you're a NASCAR guy or gal, this is a great opportunity to go to the track. And what's really neat about the Roval, which people, I know race fans know this, but maybe people are just casually into racing, it's not just the normal loop at Charlotte Motor Speedway. They're just not turning left. I mean, this is actually a road course inside a speedway. And you don't see that very often. Usually the road courses are like Sonoma or Watkins Glen, and they're distinct, separate items. But this is a road course that's actually inside of a track.
Limited time remaining for wave number 6. It closes at 8:40. Also worth mentioning, there are a whole bunch of items that we haven't featured tonight. A Brett Favre autographed football, a Winthrop eSports jersey, interesting things, niche-y things. You should log on. Log on to eagleclub.givesmart.com and see everything that's available. And Mike, it's all about the athletes.
It's all about the athletes, and it's their opportunity to pursue their passion in life. And it's not just with sports, but it's their post-collegiate playing career. Some of our athletes here at Winthrop will go and play professionally, but most will go on to have a professional career. And how do they get the tools to do that? By having their scholarships and getting their education and doing it here. And that's why we need you to keep on giving. Join the Eagle Club. Get involved, spend your money, and help us out right here, particularly with this auction, because it goes to a great cause.
Let's hear from some of those student athletes and coaches.
Hi, everyone. Kevin Penley, men's golf coach. I hope everybody's doing great. Just wanted to take a moment and just say thank you to everyone involved with the Eagle Club for your support and of not only our program, but for all of Winthrop Athletics. Specifically for us, your support through this auction, but many of you participate in our annual Winthrop Golf Classic, and we say thank you. Our players really enjoy that day and getting to interact with you guys, and the support that you provide goes to scholarships to give them opportunities to become better men and better representatives of their families, but also Winthrop in general. So we thank you. Continue to give and support, and we will continue to represent you the best we can. So we thank you. Love you guys. Hope to see you soon. Go Eagles.
Hi, my name is Evan Hales. To me, being a Winthrop Eagle means being a part of a legacy of hardworking and successful student athletes. Winthrop has always felt like home to me. It's an environment in which I've always felt valued and appreciated by our athletic department as well as our coaching staff. It has also allowed me to build relationships that I know will last a lifetime. With that being said, I want to give a special thanks to our donors who made all this possible and who've given me an opportunity to accomplish and do what I love. So with that being said, I want to say thank you and I appreciate you. Go Eagles.
Hi, Wendy Thies here, head softball coach, wanting to say a big thank you to each and every one of our Eagle Club donors. Me, my staff, and my athletes are so grateful for everything that you do. We couldn't do what we do without your support. Thanks again.
Hi, my name is Ansley Gilreath, and I'm a returning senior first baseman for the Winthrop softball team. I'm really excited to get back out there and play. Our season got cut short this year, but thankfully I get to go back and play my 5th year, and I'm really excited. Go Eags!
Hi there, Allie Thomas here from Winthrop Women's Soccer. I just want to thank you all for all the love and support you have given to Winthrop Athletics. My fellow athletes and I have cherished every moment spent here, but we know we wouldn't be able to be as successful as we are if it wasn't for all of you. As I move on from Winthrop, because I have officially retired, I know all of the athletes and my fellow teammates are going to be in good hands because there's such a strong community around them. Go Eagles!
Hey, I'm Jamira Mayshore and I'm on the women's lacrosse team. Unfortunately, our past season has been cut short but I can't wait to get back on the field and compete with my teammates. Go Eagles.
Hi, I'm Clara. And I'm Greta. We're the Convoy twins from Winthrop Women's Soccer. We just want to express our gratitude and say thank you so much for all of your time, efforts, and contribution to the Winthrop Athletics program. Being twins, honestly, this experience would not be possible without you guys and your support. We have been so blessed to have such an amazing Eagle community in Rock Hill. It's become our home away from home, and it's because of you guys and what you do and the fact that you care that we have had this opportunity that we never would have had in the first place. We can't continue to express our gratitude and how blessed we feel to have had this opportunity and leave Winthrop not only as better soccer players, but as better people. We just want to speak on behalf of everyone in Winthrop Athletics and especially Winthrop Women's Soccer that your gratitude, it does not go unnoticed, and we are so thankful for you guys. We thank you so much again for all that you do, and as always, go Eagles!
The moment we've all been waiting for.
You're waiting this whole time for me, Alyssa?
Yes, Tommy.
That's very nice of you. But first, we have a special announcement, special congratulations. I know Matt and Nikki Martin are watching at home with the birth of Chandler. So congratulations to Matt and Nikki Martin. Matt did a lot of special things here at Winthrop, and congratulations on the new position at the University of Idaho and the birth of your son. Daughter, girl. And now we are going to do the Drawdown raffle, the moment that we've all been waiting for. So we have picked the final 10 tickets for $2,500. These tickets were sold for $50 a piece. We had a lot of entrants, and we have $2,500 grand prize on the line. We have 10 tickets left. And the winner of the Drawdown raffle is number 219. Whoever number 219 is, you've won $2,500, and thank you for supporting Winthrop student athletes.
Congratulations. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Alyssa and Tommy. It has been a night that will be remembered for a long time.
Especially that last 2 minutes.
Well, you know, those sort of things happen. EagleClub.GiveSmart.com is the place to donate, is the place to bid, is the place to support Winthrop Athletics. Mike, in our time at Winthrop, we have seen many programs have tremendous successes. We have interacted with Eagle Club members and people in the community. It is the support of Rock Hill, it is the support of Winthrop alumni and fans and friends that make this place go.
Well, I mean, the old expression, right? It takes a village, and we really need your support to help the student athletes fulfill their dreams. This is their passion. They come to school here with the designs of, you know, bettering themselves and really putting themselves on a good foot forward as they start their professional careers. Now, some, as we mentioned earlier, are able to play professionally, and that's great. And then after that, they still need maybe to have their skills that they learned here at Winthrop University on the academic side. But, you know, most maybe don't. And so this is an opportunity for the student athletes here to really learn the tools that fuels their passions, that helps them become successful in life. And that's really what it's all about. Not just the success on the court or on the fields or on the track, but the success in the classroom. And that is where your support is tremendous.
As an adjunct faculty member at Winthrop, I've enjoyed having many student athletes in the classroom, and indeed it is the support they get academically, athletically, and on campus that makes everything go. We urge you to go to eagleclub.givesmart.com, and we want to thank our corporate sponsors, particularly Comporium.
Yes, and York County Natural Gas as well. All our sponsors have been fantastic. The crew here has done a great job. Everybody's worked tirelessly to put this on, and we thank them. And we also want to remind you that, you know, the auction is going to end tonight. Some of these items will be still up for bid, so you can go to eagleclub.givesmart.com. But I would encourage you, if you like what you've heard tonight, the testimonials, the interviews with the coaches, the family atmosphere that's being fostered here, become a member of the Eagle Club. You can check out winthropeagles.com for more information on that.
And we hope that next year we're able to do this event live and in person and see everybody enjoy coming together here in Rock Hill. For Mike Pacheco and our entire team, I'm Dave Friedman. This has been the Eagle Club auction. Thank you so much for participating.